In more happy news, which just came in this morning, we have Daniel Penny, who has been found not guilty. And
News.
we can't ask for a better outcome in this situation. So let's have a listen to Fox News as they report the non-guilty verdict.
News. The jury has reached a unanimous verdict in the case of Daniel Penny. He's been found not guilty on the charge of criminally negligent homicide. Now, remember what was at stake here. The jury could not agree on manslaughter. They failed to agree twice. The judge gave them another bite at the apple on the...
Just a short clip. So that's great news. It means that justice won this time, for the first time in a while, it feels like. And we can hope and pray that people like Daniel Penny will now not fear getting involved in helping protect those that can't protect themselves in those types of situations. That was really what was at stake. Are people going to stand by and let these horrible things take place like they have? I mean, there's been situations where people have stood by and watched somebody get raped on buses, subways, attacked on buses and subways. And if this was to turn out the way a lot of people were fearing, which is Daniel Penny being sent to prison, you could absolutely count on a lot of violence to be taking place in the streets, or at least a lot more violence taking place in the streets. And it's very, very happy news. Very happy news to think that this young man, who is only 26 years old, has a future still, gets to have his life, and gets to be honored as a hero outside of those prison walls. Whereas if he was to be sent to jail, I mean, you would have had a lot of upset and angry Americans, Canadians, people around the world who are tired of all this craziness in the streets. We're tired of it. We're tired of all the people that have been catch and released over and over and over again with no consequence for their actions, not fearing the law, not fearing any or having any respect for those around them. My son, who is 23 years old this month, you know, his girlfriend and they ride the bus occasionally. And I can't help but as a parent worry. I've messaged my son many times, don't get involved. Don't get involved if you see anything happening on the bus. If you see anything happening downtown or if you're at a party, don't get involved. My son's a fighter. He knows he's trained in MMA, and he might be the type of person to get involved in those situations. And it has made me very uneasy as a parent, and I'm sure many parents understand exactly what I'm talking about. So for this, to know that if somebody like my son, who's very capable of protecting people, was to get involved, and maybe the law would be on his side after something like this is now rippling through the world right now. So